Good evening, parents, and welcome to Back to School Night 2020 virtual edition. My name is Cheryl Bott, and I am your child's desktop publishing teacher. So, before I get into what we're actually going to be doing in the class, I'd like to give you a little bit of background on myself. So, again, my name is Cheryl Bott, and I'm a Rutherford resident. I've lived in Rutherford my whole life, and I went to Rutherford High School, graduated in 1987. I know, a long time ago. And I also have two children that went through the Rutherford school system and also are graduates of Rutherford High School. As far as my teaching experience, I have over 20 years of teaching experience. I have a master's degree in teaching plus 30 additional credits. I do a few things here at Rutherford High School. I am the assistant cross country coach in the fall season. I coach basketball in the winter, and I coach softball in the spring. I'm also the co-advisor of the freshman class this year, and I'm also the co-advisor of the FBLA club, which is Future Business Leaders of America. I also put my email address down on this slide in case you need to get in touch with me at any point, which is cbot@rutherfordschools.org. So enough about me. Let's get into what we're going to be doing in desktop publishing. So desktop publishing is a half-year course. So the children will be with me from now, September, through around the end of January. So that's the first 2 quarters. All of our assignments, all of our Zoom links, anything, any of our due dates, anything that's going on in class, our attendance will be posted in Google Classroom. Also posted in Google Classroom is the grading policy, which I will skip to right now to kind of go over that with you, since it's a little bit different than some of your other courses. So again, quarter one, quarter two, classwork and participation is 35% of the grade. So basically what that is it's not only answering questions in class, it's participating in any practice that we're doing, any new lesson that we're doing, because in this course, the software that we're going to be using, anytime I teach a new concept or a new lesson, the students are going to be doing that same lesson with me. And that's going to count as part of their classwork and their participation. The fact that they're following along with me and they're actually doing the work and getting the information right into the program. So that's where their classwork and participation comes in. Projects are a really big part of their grade. It's 45%. So these are individual projects that are assigned after a specific lesson has been taught. So this week, I'm teaching a lesson on the text panel and how to manipulate text in the program that we're using, which I'll get to in a minute. And after the lesson was done, they were to submit the classwork that they were following along with me. So that was a grade. And then I assigned a project so they're able to work on it independently and show me that they know how to perform the functions in the program that we're using. So that is actually going to, that's their first project. So that's, by the time you see this video, that project will probably already have been completed. I do go on Zoom pretty much every day. If it's not a new lesson, obviously new lessons were on there all the time. But if it's not a new lesson and they're just working on a project, I will keep Zoom open available for those that are working from home if they do have any questions. And again, the way the schedule works, I am available in the afternoon for questions or for individual meetings or whatever needs to happen during that afternoon time. And there are quizzes in desktop publishing. We already had one quiz on the history and the introduction to desktop publishing, and those are 20%. So I do give a few quizzes throughout the semester, basically when there's new concepts or new terminology that needs to be discussed. I do have quizzes, and they are all open notes. So that's a good thing. Okay, so let's go back and talk about what really happens in desktop publishing and what we're going to be doing. So what do we cover in class? Okay, so basically what desktop publishing is, it's we're using software to lay out pages, select style and size of type, so that's using our fonts, and we're entering text and graphics to produce some sort of printed material. Okay, and we are going to produce a lot of things in desktop this year. We are using a new software called LucidPress. In the past, we used a program called Adobe InDesign, and we found that with the virtual component of school this year, the InDesign is not compatible with the Chromebooks. So we ordered the licenses for LucidPress, and we have the top-notch version of the software. So in working with LucidPress over the last couple of weeks, it is as good, if not better, than InDesign. So I'm learning it, and the students are learning it as well. So as far as what we're going to be doing, we're going to be creating flyers, brochures, menus, playbills, resumes, and a bunch of other projects throughout the semester. So when the students are assigned a project, it varies in how long it's going to take them to complete. So a lot of this class is time management. And if I give a project today and say, okay, this one is due, next week at, such and such a day, I expect them to be working on the project during class time and give them enough time to finish the project. So again, the projects vary in how long it takes them to complete. Some take a day or two, some take a week, some take 2 weeks. So it really depends on what we're working on. So as far as the program LucidPress, it is really a great program, and it is compatible with Google Classroom as well. So when the students are finished with work, they can submit right through LucidPress, right onto the Google Classroom, and I will be able to view their work. They can also share their work with me, where I'm able to make comments. So that was, something that was not compatible. We were not able to do that with Adobe InDesign. So I'm looking forward to working with this new program. I'm looking forward to continually working with your students. Everything's been going really well so far. And again, if you have any questions, please reach out. My email was on the previous slide. And things are going nice and smoothly now, and I'm pretty sure that they will continue. So again, any questions, please let me know, and have a great night.